throws up dream encounters, and this year is no different because in about 50 minutes time at 1 o'clock today, Chasetown will become the lowest ranked team ever to appear in the FA Cup third round.
Yes, the first one to kick off today. Over 2,000 fans will cram into the tiny Scholars Ground, where Cardiff City 6 levels and 135 places higher arrive for a match that makes David and Goliath look like a fair contest. Zoe Goff reports.
Posing with the FA Cup is just one of the things the part-timers of Chasetown have had to get used to in the past few weeks. Goalkeeper Lee Evans' heroics against Port Vale made him an instant celebrity and earned his team a starring role in the third round proper. But it's not just the players working hard to keep the dream alive. Since permission was granted for the tie to be held at the Scholars Ground, local people have rallied round to get things ready.
Well, people have sacrificed Christmas, they've sacrificed the New Year. Despite having this cup run, we've also got football matches to take in the league. And people work 24/7. As you can see, we've got temporary structures for the stands. We're having to do groundwork on it. We've got to do temporary toilets. But at the end of the day, it's well worth it because we're on a journey and we want it to continue.
When you think of all the famous people that have picked this up, it's just unbelievable, isn't it?
The Cup's arrival is another unexpected addition to the Chasetown story. Here, training starts where day jobs like teaching and kitchen fitting finish, and the top wages are just £80 a week.
But that's what the FA Cup brings. It gives opportunities for clubs at our level to progress and be on the national stage. And, you know, we're rubbing shoulders with the million and billionaires, and it's just that is just superb. I don't think there's any other competition that allow that to happen. But we've earned that, you know, we've played 9 games to get where we're at, another 7 and we've won it, you know, so, but no, it's brilliant, absolutely magic. We've got nothing to lose, have we? You know, these guys are not playing for the money. These guys here, the lads here, they're absolutely golden. Not one of them's asked for a bonus. They're not interested in that. The big thing for them is the memories, and they're worth more and last longer than any bonus, so they're enjoying every moment.
That enjoyment has spilled over into the league as well. Chasetown were unbeaten over Christmas and are hopeful of promotion. But it's just a day since their last match and another photo call before training in freezing conditions. Cardiff City are a full 6 levels of football above them, making such measures necessary.
This little ground is not the same as the championship type ground, so those are all the little things that might go in our favour we've got to take to the full. But we know we've got a massive task. It's huge, and I watched a DVD of them against Sheffield United, and I turned it off after 70 minutes because it scared me to death. So, but no, we'll prepare as well as we can, and the lads are all itching to play in it, so it should be good.
While the media focus on their underdog status, Chasetown players hope they can bring attention to their own abilities. One man rubbing his hands when the tie was drawn was former Wolves youth team player Chris Slater, now a block paver.
It was actually Dave Jones as the manager who actually let me go when I was at the Wolves, so it's a bit more interesting for me now as the Cardiff manager. Hopefully I can get one over on him.
Danny Smith's late goal lined up Chasetown's meeting with Hasselbank et al, but he's disappointed one big name may be missing.
I think Fowler's going to be injured, which is a bit upsetting when you think, oh, I really want to play against Fowler, but to play against any player against Cardiff, someone from the Championship, it's always going to be good, isn't it? It's always going to be fantastic, so I'm looking forward to it now.
Win or lose against Cardiff, the Chasetown boys have tasted life in the professional game. Each one will now be hoping the magic doesn't leave the Scholars Ground along with the Cup. Zoe Goff, Setanta Sports News, Staffordshire.
But what do the bookies think of Chasetown's chances of making Cup history?
I'm guessing not much. Let's see. Well, earlier Robin Hutchinson from Ladbrokes gave us his forecast.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? They were fantastic against Port Vale, weren't they, in the last round? Brilliant little story. Let's hope they can do well, but they're 9-1 against Cardiff, which tells its own story, I'm afraid. We have got some specials on them as well. To score a goal, 11-10. That's probably the bet, I would suggest, because they may get a goal. It'd be great for the home fans if they do.
You can get better than that, can you? To score?
Well, I mean, they've scored all the goals already so far in the FA Cup, so hence the reason. But man to be sent off, obviously we always talk about classic cup ties and the cup tie atmosphere and what have you, a muddy pitch and tackles flying in. 8-1 is not a bad price, and the 7-2, obviously, on getting a replay, that's the draw price.
Robin Hutchinson of Ladbrokes there. Now, Bernard Hopkins claims a contract to fight Joe Calzaghe will be signed by the middle of next week. A super fight between the Welshman, who is the undisputed super middleweight champion, and Hopkins, a light heavyweight.